Hey y'all, it's me, Dree. I want to get into this message today. Right away, guys. We've got serendipity reversed, transformation reversed, and persistence. So, right away, I'm actually getting that this top row, this is not about the collective at all. This feels like a person in y'all's energy field that you have maybe been circling around and now for a pretty long while. And this serendipity reverse card, this is telling me that this person believed they could keep controlling the direction of this situation indefinitely. I'm getting that this person expected things to continue bending around them and around their choices and even around whatever it was that was their version of events. But transformation reverse enters immediately after this card. And this tells me the energy field around this person has already started to change. And that's not because they willingly embraced change. No. Things are changing because deep down, they are terrified of what this change could actually mean for them. I'm getting there's a strong fear here of losing control. There's fear of things becoming unfamiliar. There's fear of being forced into a reality that this person can no longer manage the same way. And then persistence closes the top row. But I'm not getting here that this person stops their behavior because this fear enters the field. What I'm actually getting is the opposite. Because this feels like someone who continues their behavior no matter how much resistance starts building around them. Because no matter how much pressure enters the field, no matter how uncomfortable things become, and no matter how much awareness starts spreading, this is not stopping energy. This is somebody who keeps pushing forward regardless of consequences, because at this point, the behavior itself feels embedded into how this person operates altogether. And I'm getting that that's pretty important here because it explains why the situation underneath this spread keeps accelerating as we move through it instead of naturally calming down. So let's get into the actual message. I've got the Five of Wands, the Page of Swords, the Eight of Wands. So this Five of Wands energy feels like the environment surrounding this person. And I'm getting strongly here that there's been a lost opportunity, but it's being presented outwardly as just a misunderstanding. But honestly, I'm not buying that front at all, because this energy feels way too emotionally charged for this to simply be a situation of crossed wires or innocent confusion. No, that's not what I'm sensing at all, because this card is about arguing, opposition, chaos. This is about hot tempers and personality clashes. And I'm getting that there are people within this environment trying to downplay what is happening by framing it as conflict, drama, or misunderstanding, instead of actually looking deeper at what is causing the disruption in the first place. But then this Page of Swords enters, and this is where the energy changes, because I'm getting strongly here that this is somebody younger and more inexperienced, and they are standing within all this chaos. And this individual starts thinking independently. This is an individual who observes before speaking, an individual who processes before reacting. And once this individual starts putting the pieces together internally, they become vigilant, guarded, and curious. And I'm getting that once this person reaches the correct understanding point about what's actually happening within all this chaos, well, that's when this individual becomes communicative about it. And I'm not getting communication inside of the chaos. I'm getting this is more likely to be communication outside of the chaos. And that's important here, because misunderstandings, they usually calm down once communication enters, right? But this situation, no. The communication that comes is what accelerates the situation. This is sudden movement, rapid acceleration. This is information spreading very quickly, momentum building faster than people can control. And I don't think this movement happens naturally on its own. What I think is that something must have triggered it. Because this center column, we have the Magician, the Nine of Coins, and the Ace of Coins reversed. So with these cards, now I'm getting that this center column explains how the collective even became connected to this situation in the first place. Because the energy here and the energy here, they are not people who hang out. Let's be for real. And the Magician here, this does not feel passive at all. This feels like the collective making a conscious decision to take inspired action towards this situation. And I'm getting strongly that this action directly interfered with the idea that this lost opportunity was simply caused by a misunderstanding. I'm getting that the collective stepped in and influenced the field itself. And whatever action y'all took, I'm getting it required true concentration. It required intellect, resourcefulness, and real strategic thinking. Because this was not emotional reacting. This was intentional influence. And with this 9 of coins, I'm getting that y'all were received correctly after this action was taken. Because this card is all the collective. And it's about how you're being viewed right now. This is capable, stable, self-sufficient. This is abundance and standing on your own without needing anyone else to hold you up. And what I'm getting here is that what the collective actually inserted into the field, that was awareness. It was knowledge and caution. Because this Ace of Coins reverse changes the environment surrounding this entire situation completely. Because suddenly things now are unstable. People in the energy field are starting to review details differently. People are beginning to act with caution. And the environment itself starts shifting. And, well, whether or not everything has fully surfaced yet, this action that y'all took, that really mattered. Because I'm getting that if the collective had never inserted their awareness into this field, well, this Page of Swords may have never known what to become vigilant about in the first place. And honestly, I don't think this rapid acceleration would have happened either. So the inspired action, that was really important. Let's see how this all ends. We've got the 6 of Cups. The 6 of Coins reversed. And then the Ace of Wands reversed. So this last part of the message feels like the emotional truth bomb of the entire situation we are reading. Because I'm getting strongly that these cards are revealing what exactly about this situation is causing such an upset, such an uproar in the first place. Because it starts with this 6 of Cups, and this card just doubles down on this younger and inexperienced Page of Swords energy as being directly involved in this field. I'm getting that there is innocence here. This is tenderness. This is shared moments and emotional attachment. But then the 6 of Coins reversed, that completely changes this emotional tone, because this is not equal energy. This is clearly one side is giving, the other side is clearly receiving. And this exchange, it feels very conditional. subservient even. It feels imbalanced and it feels unequal. And honestly, this energy makes my stomach cringe. Because when innocence and imbalance sit together, touching like they are, the cards themselves start exposing very uncomfortable dynamics that are underneath this surface. And then this Ace of Wands reverse, that ends this all. And I'm getting here that things are bubbling under the surface now. Ideas are circulating. People are connecting dots. Awareness is spreading outward in every direction. This feels like sparks flying everywhere, all at one time. And all it takes now is just for one spark to catch. Because everything we have uncovered right here, the communication, the awareness, the movement, the caution, the acceleration, all of it, it's all acting as a true emergence point now. That's an inception point. Because I'm getting once one of those sparks fully catches, this entire situation changes permanently. I'm getting that the whole thing goes up in flames. And honestly, y'all, this reading feels less like prediction and it feels more like exposure, because the cards here are showing that once awareness enters this field, things can no longer remain hidden behind confusion, emotional chaos, or misunderstanding narratives forever. Because at some point, people start thinking for themselves. And then people start observing. And then come the questions. And then connecting the dots. And I'm getting that once every... I'm sorry, my cameras. Once enough awareness starts existing inside of a situation, well, the energy within it naturally starts accelerating towards transformation. But these cards are also very clear about something else here. And I'm getting that the collective, y'all now carry responsibility too. Because awareness without discernment, well, that can quickly become chaos itself. So I'm getting that this reading is not asking the collective to become consumed by outrage. It's asking y'all to stay grounded while the truth of this situation continues unfolding all on its own. This message is saying, observe before reacting. Think before speaking. Move carefully. Move wisely. Because once awareness enters the field, there is no more going back to sleep after that. And that's the message that I have for y'all today. So if this one resonated, then leave me a comment and let me know. I want to know how this energy is landing for you right now. And if you're somebody who has been watching a situation like this unfold in real time, then follow along and pay attention, because this moment right here, this is where everything starts accelerating at a very rapid pace. Because this whole spread, it feels to me like the moment right before this entire energy field changes direction completely. And I know y'all want to stick around for that. Remember, where there's love, there's light. I'll see y'all again real soon.